It looks like a general bus but running on autobahns in Germany. There is a good ride on road, comfortable. First of all, it has a very good cost efficiency, affordable performance. I'm preferring Flix bus in Germany. Of course, stolen and related news, but there are many. Then when I think that had seems safe to keep luggage. Just about Flix, called the Great Revolution in public transport in Europe. I have actually gone on a trip by ticketing this bus myself. On a clear day, on a stormy day, I took various experiences with bus regardless of location. It was a bus trip with so many things to talk about. What did you really like when you were riding the bus? How's the ride? And if you are wondering what was inconvenient or sad about it, I want you to watch this video to the end. Hello, this is a fantastic poll. Today's public transportation is going to be introduced. Perhaps a traveler who dreams of a perfect trip made it, but it's only 2% short of the Flix bus. What is the most important thing in a trip? It must be safe, right? There were a lot of bad reviews and they say they took action accordingly. I've looked at this part carefully. In fact, you need to be safe to travel. It's not as great as an airplane, but I thought it was about the same as a train. The safety of a first Flix bus was not a very good impression. The bus stop is a little quiet, so I'm waiting. I was a little embarrassed for a while, but this is a bias might be too thin. Ordinary city street can be seen in a very common figure. The affordability in terms of price was beyond imagination. If you don't make a reservation in advance, you will be able to compare it to a very expensive train. Despite this reservation, it was almost a third below the price. Based on travel to Germany in Europe, and runs about 350 kilometers on a trip within cities in Germany, it was 29.9 euros, 39,000 won in Korean won. Even if I make a reservation in advance, even if I made a reservation a day ago, even if I make a reservation right before boarding, it was the same price, 29.9 euros. We are going to check the details information about weight limitation. Carry one hand luggage 7 kg and one luggage 20 kg for free. It didn't seem to be a separate check on the luggage weight. The bus driver checked it out himself because it's putting them in the luggage assert. It looks safe. Sometimes there were a lot of luggage stolen in a city. I think it's improved a lot. Or bags that cannot be accessed directly by the rider. In my case, the safety of a bag is guaranteed. I was able to travel comfortably. The seat adjusts as small as we expected. It was similar to the RE train. It was difficult to compare whether there was an empty seat next to it. Of course, when I got on board, the Flix bus was full. There is a seat reservation system to be introduced next, so you can also check and select ahead of time. The availability of seat booking apps was very convenient. In my case, I paid a little extra money and reserved a seat, unless the view is a good front seat. Ordinary people don't seem to make reservations. I want to show my ticket and sit down. The students who were sitting first seemed a little surprised. There were not many more time to choose from than I thought. Only the one was running a day. If you miss this bus, the next one is often not available on that day. You can put the shelf in front of the seat. It wasn't enough space to put the laptop on. I tried to work on my laptop, but it was not possible. It was possible on an airplane or on a train. Of course, the train RE is a little narrow. The Flix bus is really convenient for long-term travelers. I have many necessary advantages, especially for backpackers whose price is really important. That's really true. But there are some very serious drawbacks and regret about this Flix bus. After 3 hours of operation, 40 minutes of rest in the bathroom, and again 3 hours of service. The bathroom was a pain. Not every bathroom is working in bus. First, I look for a bathroom at the station. The waiting for the Flix bus. The doors locked. I'm in a state where I cannot use it. Waiting for another 3 hours after boarding the bus. It was like a situation that lasted about 4 hours. I was fine because I wasn't in a hurry, but I thought it can make very difficult situation. I thought there was no bathroom in the bus. It's just that I haven't found a bathroom, not that bus don't have one. The toilets at all the stops were not open, excluding rest area in highway. There is no limitation of data on bus in my case. Sometimes some buses run out of internet after they run out of capacity as data limiting mentions appear. 300 megabyte. Also unlike the direct bus, I stopped at many stations in between. It seems to increase the overall bus ride time. On a section running the German Autobahn, 4 hours half by car, 30 minutes to rest. It took 6 hours and 15 minutes by bus, 40 minutes to rest. Information broadcasting German. Lastly, driver only do the announcement once in German. I asked man sitting next to me again. I had to find someone to ask around because he couldn't speak English. The bus driver explained it again later. It doesn't mean he cannot speak English. I had a slight motion sickness, but I couldn't use my laptop. I think it's because I've been using my cell phone for a long time. Finally, actual ride was similar to the train. And because I thought that travel was very cheap, I feel like I had a real shot at something. I feel better. If today's video was any help, please subscribe and set up on oral and like set. If you are looking forward to the next video, please subscribe and like.